Hello, I am back. So what I did was I gave Cowboy an AGM 88 and one of the GBU 12s, which cost me an SO point, but I get 5 free and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 AIM 120s. I got rid of the 5th one. The biggest debate was, do I get rid of another one? And I don't think I can, because this will be the one mission where I actually draw 5 bandits and don't get any of the no bandit markers. The other thing I have to do before we start this mission and keep going is I have to commit to who's on the secondary mission. So that one requires Mavericks, and so we are for sure going to have Doc. He has a 10 weight point, so he'll be able to carry an extra Maverick in doing so. And then we're going to have Eyes, who doesn't count towards the 4. And then 3 more. We're going to do Bigfoot, Mustang, and Hunter. So the only one sitting out is Duke, which is the one we said was our reserve guy anyways. And so we're going to go ahead and do like that. And then let's get back to regular scheduled programming here. I don't know what I would do without having Alpo. Maybe 7 hits is a lot easier than I'm making it out to be. I don't know. But this just seems like a really hard mission. Okay, so with that said, we armed our aircraft. Now we draw target-bound event cards. So let's do that. You may discard 3 waypoints of air to ground to gain a victory point. Oh. Wow. That would really push our limits here. I'm going to pass on that. We're going to forego the victory point. And if I end up being 1 victory point short at the end, you can all come back and tell me about it. That was quite the event there. Okay, next one. We place the aircraft. So this decision does matter. The biggest issue here is, where do I want to deal with the radar? So like this one has a range of 2. This one, we don't have to worry about it unless we fly over it. Same with, actually this is the only one. Well, these 2. This one, as long as we're flying high, we're okay. So we can come in from the south and deal with all these. This is our biggest threat back here. Yeah, I'm okay with coming from the south again. And so then we do Intel Air Defense Adjustment, which in this case is for North Korea, it's +2 center sights. Man, I totally forgot about that. So we got to do somewhere in here. We're supposed to, no, we got to place the bandits first. So the bandits are 1 all around and 1 in the middle. So here we go. So always starting from the left. There's our no bandit we were expecting. No bandit. No bandit. No bandit. Oh my goodness. There we go. We got a Mirage 3, which is out of this mission. MiG-23. There we go. We have 1 and only 1 plane in the whole mission. Oh, don't put these back in yet. Now we got to draw for the 2 centers. This is the Intel adjustment. So we have another, and then we have a threat. So let me just say, this 1, 2, 3, 4, those are going to be annoying because they could theoretically hit us. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. We do have Alpo with us, which is going to help. But that is definitely a problem. Okay, so let's see. Everything seems a little angled, doesn't it? Sorry. There we go. That's what I get for messing with the camera. There we go. So from camera placement perspective, this is facing me in the perfect orientation, but the camera looks like it's things look like it's tilted this way. Okay. I just realized I need something that I was supposed to get before I hit record. Okay. I got a little dice thing in case we would like to roll dice somewhere else. I don't know if I want to though. It was a great idea, but it's looking very large for where this table space currently is consuming. Okay, so we placed everything. We at least know we got even worse with the sights, and that's because our intel adjustment needs to get improved here. And we got this one is definitely not going to help us. So we did that. We drew our over target event card. No, we did not. We're going to do that right now. Destroy any one site and draw 3 bandits for the center area. Well, that could not have been any better. So we're going to destroy this site because that's a big threat for us. Although these are AGM-88s, we could get rid of this one because that's more annoying. Look at that. It hits us with a 2. And yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to destroy this site. Then we draw 3 bandits. So looks like we're not out of the woods yet. And I have 3 chits in my hand. Let's drop them in. 1, 2, 3. I see a no bandit. Oh, there's 2 more MiGs. So we picked up 2 more. So now things are a little more dicey than they were before, but we have it covered. We are okay, although this one is a big threat. Okay, getting back into it. Let me make sure I understand what my skills are with this group. We have, so both of our AWACS has +1 cool, which in Maverick and 2 famed. Okay, so we did not take any like bonuses to air to ground or bonuses air to air. So this is actually a little harder, but we do have the AWACS to help us. So I think that's where my logic was. Okay, let's begin. Fight. Okay, so we are on turn 1. Fast pilots go first. I am checking real quick to see if anybody's fast in the whole arsenal. There are 0 fast pilots, but we do have Candy. And I need to check that real quick. Alpo has nothing. Tigger, nothing. Scout. Scout, nothing. Cowboy, nothing. Yeah, all these have nothing. And then, who is that? Bear has nothing. Yeah, we're really short on the SA points with this crew. When they level up, a few of them are going to get some. So the only one that has it is Brick, and Brick has 4. So we are going to have to do it. We're going to have to do at least 1 for Alpo. So Alpo is going to shoot an AGM-88 at this target right here. And so Alpo has a +0. So let's make it work. We have a 3 +0. That's a miss. Oh my goodness. And who do we bring with us? We brought Brick because he does not give air to ground bonuses. That is horrible. Okay, so we missed, and that's a big problem. We could spend another one to let Tigger shoot, because I'm allowed to do them one at a time and make a decision. So I'll spend another one and have Tigger go fast. So here we go. Tigger gets a +1. And we rolled a 9, and this whole rolling over the stuff is not going to work. So we got rid of our threat. Next, so we're down to 2, situational awareness. And then the last one we're going to use for Bear. Oh, so we have 1 situational awareness left after this. And Bear is going to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4 aim 120s. And as you can see, we have 4 of them, 5 hits. And we have 3 bandits. So 1, 2, 3, and then the second one is going to go here. These 2 get a +1. This one we're going to shoot at twice. That's going to be our 4. We're going to shoot them all in one go. So I need to roll 4 dice. I'm going to roll more down here, if that's okay. And then, so we're going to do the 2 greens, or the double shot against the MiG-29, and then these 2, the blue will be the one on top, the brown's the one on the bottom. Okay, so that's a perfect 10, which compensates for that miss. That's a perfect 10, that's a 9, that's all hits across the board. So bing, bing, and bing. We got them all. Done. All right, so successful fast attack round. Now we go to, they get to go. Oh, hold on, there's a second one. I forgot about that. Well, then I would have spent my last SA point. So now Cowboy is going to shoot, because Cowboy has an AGM-88. And we're going to let him go. And there's a perfect 10. So we got this one out of the way as well. I forgot, when we got the free kill a sight, I chose not to kill that one, which didn't made him a threat. We're running out of AG-88s, and we have too many targets to shoot at. So that's a problem. So now we go to slow. Alpo is going to shoot at this one right here. We get a +1. We get our 4. We hit. This one's out. Okay, we all move up. Nobody has any AGM-88s left. Well, actually, there is one left. Bear has one. Our fighter, the one that shot all the AIM 120s, he's going to shoot now. And we're going to go after... This one looks very deadly. So we're going to go after that one. That 4 gets a -1, but Bear has a +2, so we got him. So we took out the deadly ones. Now, if I have to choose which ones I'm going to let live, and I am at a spot where I'm going to have to choose. Alpo shot 1. Tigger shot his as well. I'm just doing some cleanup here. These ones. It takes an 8 for it to damage. So that's an 8. This one's a 7. So of the 3, that one's the next biggest threat. So we move to here. We end our turn. We're going to go to turn 2. We're still flying high. I have no SA points, so there's no fast or slow anymore. Everybody's slow. Everybody gets to shoot. This one has a range of 2, and it's shooting at us now. So we're going to go see if we can evade this. Everybody has an ECM, so let's roll. And the ECM jams them. So we're good there. All right, so now we get to shoot an AGM-88 with the Alpo. Remember, he gets a +0. I am going to shoot at this one. And we got him. So another one's down. We're going to go ahead and move forward. We're still flying high. Now we are in range of these 2. We're on turn 3. And yeah, we got ourselves 2 problems now. So The green will be the top one, and that's the other one. We're going to do ECMs. The top one misses, the other one gets through. So now we're going to see who they're going to target. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, Brick is not flying with us. So I can use this. Of course, I roll 6. I rolled a 3. So if we look at our situation here, we have a 1, 2, 3. That's Scout. Okay, Scout is definitely going to take a stress to evade. So let me just find Scout here. Where are you at, Scout? There we go. We put 1 stress on him. And then we're going to go ahead and roll 2 dice, take the worst. I rolled a 1, which is excellent. The other one was not so much. So we got her. Now we go slow. Alpo has an AGM-88, which I will shoot at this one right here. And I rolled a 2, which is not good enough. Oh no, look, that's a +2. So it's a 4. That is a hit. So even with Alpo's poor rolling, we take him down. And now we go over the target and we are flying low. So it's turn 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are going to be shooting at us. And nothing I can do. I still have an AGM-88, but I don't have the ability to go fast. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do blue, green, brown, light green. 1, 2, 3, 4 from top to bottom. Okay? High numbers. So 1, 2, 3 of them ECM jam. So I said blue, green, brown, light green. So the second one gets through. That's this guy right here. And he has a 6, 9, and 10. So we're going to see who he shoots at. He shoots at number 5, which is Alpo. So Alpo will take a stress. Oh, I forgot. Alpo reduces everybody's die roll by 1. So let's not forget that. And this is a good thing. So we're going to roll 2 dice. Alpo should be fine. Look, a 10 and a 7. Whew. But Alpo reduces by 2 because they're shooting at Alpo. So that becomes a 5. And a 5 is a complete miss for that target. So we got very, very lucky. Very, very, very lucky. A 7 is not a good roll. When you roll 2 dice and you get a 10 and a 7. Okay, now we got to do our magic and actually hit. And what did I do with my other... Here we go. So first up, we're going to drop... Let's drop the guy who misses. We're going to start... No, we're going to do the one that hits. We're going to start with Cowboy. He's going to get to roll 2 dice. We're going to roll a brown and a blue. So here's our 2. So brown is a 6, 8, 10, and the blue is a 3, 5, 8. If I roll high enough, we're going to be in great shape. This guy gets a +2 to all of his rolls. And let's go. Brown's on the right. And I got a 10, and brown is a 9. We did it, folks. So this is 3 hits, and this is also 3 hits. So the GPU comes through, that SO point, and the Mark 84 comes through and does a massive hit. So we just did 6 hits on this sucker. I do have damage tokens. I don't usually worry too much, but there we go. We got 6 hits on him. I know we got those little smoking fire things, but they're just more trouble than they're worth. Next up is Scout, who also gets a +2. He will also be rolling 2 dice, brown on the right, blue on the left. And here we go. That's what we're looking at. We got 2, 3, 5, 8s, identical munitions. And you can see we got a 9 and a 7. So we get a +2. So that puts us to 9 and a 9. And it's 6 more hits. So we're at 12. We've overkilled it. We did it, and we still have a fighter to spare. We could have easily gotten rid of an air to ground to get that victory point, but I would not have known any better. And we're going to fly out of Dodge. That's a victory. Those ECM pods are very handy. And let's do our fly home. One random pilot in your squadron cannot participate in the next primary, but it can do the secondary. So I don't know who that should be. Oh, it's random. Never mind. Let's roll. You got 4. That's Tigger. So I guess I'm going to take this and I'll just put Tigger on the event card to show I can't choose him for the primary mission. Okay. So now we return home. First things first is our infra goes up by 2. And the infra is the bottom one. So now it takes 1 less hit to destroy a target, which is very helpful for this crew where weight points are an issue. We are on target 15, so this is 2 stress for everybody. And I forgot to do, no, I didn't forget to do stress for the other ones. So 2 stress for everybody and 2 victory points. So getting out my sheet. So it's 15 and 56. So first things first is you just use the little divider line, 15, 56, primary, secondary. And then for this mission, we started with 20 SO points. We used 0. We're not done yet, so I don't know. We might actually gain through an event or something. So we ended up getting 2 victory points. And again, that's represented here with a 2/. So the first primary gave us 2. And then we're still waiting word on the secondary. And then we just go through all of our pilots. So we have Bear, who has 1 cool. And this is, what again? 2 stress. So Bear gets 1 stress. And 2 experience points. Bear needs 8. Then next up, I know this is harder on the camera, so let me see if I can grab him. So next up is Cowboy. So you can see the 2 experience points isn't going to matter, and then the 1 cool. So he's going to gain 1 stress and get 2 experience points. And next up is Scout. Scout already has 1 stress, and he has 1 cool, and 2 experience points is not going to be enough. Alpo also has 1 stress. He does have 1 cool, so he's going to gain 1 more. So we're going to flip this to 2. And I can't read with, there we go. So he's 1 short of leveling up. Once Alpo gets leveled up, he's going to be really, really good. It'll be an AGM-88 machine. And then Brick. Brick has 1 cool because we gave him a skill that gives him 1 cool. Otherwise, we're going to go 2 experience points for Brick. And I'm actually going to roll real quick. Brick on a 4 or better gets to ignore that last event. I rolled a 1. Doesn't do us any good there. I was going to just see if we could get rid of that bad chow event. All right, so that's our crew. It was a little dicey, but we made it. And again, this is where the AWACS was the MVP, right? Being able to to do that is, it means a lot, folks. It really does. Oh, we gained +1 VP because we overkilled. So I need to change that 2 to a 3. And there we go. So we got ourselves our first victory for Team Blue. Team Bravo. Okay, next up is the secondary mission. And we have our pilots on it already. So I think Hunter is our air-to-air guy. So we'll put him at the top. And then we'll have Bigfoot, Mustang, Doc, and Eyes. Doc can carry extra 2 weight points. Our, I don't have it represented here, but our weight point, free weight points are here. So everybody's at full weight points. So that means 8, 8, 8, and 10. So we're good to go there. And let's start with Hunter. No SA points. +1 on his rolls. And that's air to air, of course. So let's do that to show air to air is above. Next is, who do we say? Bigfoot. Bigfoot has a +3. And he also has 1 SA. And then Mustang is +2 with no SA. And then Duck is +0 with 0 SA. And then Eyes, it was not quite as promoted as the other ones, has 2. And Eyes can avoid an event on a 7 or better. And he gives +1 to air rolls, which I forgot to do last time. The other guy gave +1 to air rolls as well. So we get to look at the sights first. So let's do that. And these are vehicles, so we should be able to load up on Mavericks. It means we don't have to fly over the target. We can just go to here and then shoot. So let's one sight all around. We could ignore. We can ignore. We can ignore. I do need to be able to fly over one of them, although these two are... Actually, I don't need to fly over them. This one's a threat. And then 2 in the middle. Ignore. And possible threat. So these two would only be a threat if we have to approach the target and actually fly over the target. And I apologize for the glare there. But I intend to kill this thing with the Mavericks, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so the intel will reduce by 1. That's going to reduce the center sights by 2. Well, right now the intel gives us +2 center sights. This will be a good one to do. How concerned am I? Well, we're going to draw 4, 5, 6 bandits. We place the sights. We need to assign our pilots and arm our aircraft. So pilots are assigned. Now we just need to arm our aircraft. And here's the deal. I used all my special SO points. Oh my gosh, I blew them all in the one mission. I didn't even realize I got to split it. So if I want to do the AIM 120s again, I would need to spend SO points right now. That's actually quite the dilemma. We're sitting at 20. I mean, I can equip some AIM 9s. It's just that if we draw any MiGs that have a range of 4 or 3, we're in trouble. I don't have Alpo with us anymore, so we can't reduce their rolls by 1. And I forgot, when you're doing a primary and a secondary, you need to split your SO points. Do I want to spend any? I mean, technically I can spend 2. And here's why. I only need 18 for 2 R&Rs. And I have 20 right now. So I have 2 more than I need. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 and get AIM 120s, 2 of them. And then the rest will be AIM 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Then we go to Bigfoot. We're just looking for Mavericks here. And let me grab some out of the box. Those are AGM 65s. So you'll see me use these ones a lot. The walleyes are 2-pounders that you can shoot from far away. And we could have used these on the last mission, actually. You do need a 4, 7, and 10. The 4 and a 7 are reasonable. But we could have tried to use the walleyes to do that last mission. It just would have needed to roll higher. But what we're doing is the other side, which is the Mavericks. And a 7 and 10 is horrible. At least, you know, the walleye is a 4, 7, and 10, right? However, against vehicles, you can see there, vehicles get a +3. And it also goes against dispersed, which these are dispersed. So dispersed is a keyword that says you can't do more than 1 hit per munition. However, since this is a dispersed weapon, that means you can do more than 1 hit. So if you rolled a 10, you can get 2 hits. Normally, with a dispersed, you cannot. So, and we can shoot them high or low, and they weigh 2. So we got Bigfoot here, who has 8 weight points. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll take an AGM 88 for 8. And then we're going to just rinse and repeat for a Mustang. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. AGM 88 for 8. And I only need to get 6 hits. I mean, it is possible. I'm only going to get 1 hit with these and maybe even miss. So then the last one is Duck, who has 2 extra weight points. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to take an AGM 88 for 10. Now, I only have 1 sight that's a threat, but we are drawing 2 more. And then, of course, Eyes here isn't carrying any AGM 88s. So let me just get that out of the way. And then this is a GBU 10 and 16. We're just going to put these out of the way. And this Mark 83. Mark 20. There. Okay, which direction am I coming? I am gonna be unoriginal and do the south again. I have to take him out no matter what, and it doesn't matter where I start, he's a threat and in range. So now we do target bound event card. I technically don't place my aircraft yet. We do this first. Keep this card, discard to reroll any die roll. I will do that exactly. And then we will go to placing our aircraft, so I place that there. Now we're going to place bandits, which is 1 around and 2 in the middle. First one, second one, and both of those are huge threats. And then here's 3 and 4, third one, fourth one. Oh my goodness. And then 2 in the middle. We got, oh, that's a Mirage 3, no bandit. The other one was a Mirage 3. Mirage 3 again, I have to keep the Mirage 3s in for the other one. No bandit. So the two middle bandits came through for me. Oh, and before I put those back in the box, we then do Intel Air Adjustment, which is 2 more center sights. We have this one, which is no threat. And this one, if I can ever get it to a big threat, a very, very big threat. Okay, now I can put these back in the bucket. Now we do over target. You may move your aircraft to any standoff area, so we could move somewhere else if we wanted. I don't think it matters. Actually, it does. This guy has a range 2, so I'm going to move to here. Yes, I'm going to move to here. So now, well, no, I can move to here. So this guy can't get to me. So I only have 2 aircraft that are a threat right now. Okay, so I will do that. That was actually a good event to get, considering our situation. And before I forget, I'm going to mark that we've spent 2 SO. Okay. Turn counter goes to 1. Fast pilots attack. So again, I don't have any fast pilots. I verified this. I went through the whole group. No fast pilots yet. However, we do have some SA points, and who is our Bigfoot is our leader. He's our skilled pilot. So he has 1, and then these guys have 2. So I need to take out with 2 AGM-88s. So I'm going to use both of these to have Bigfoot and Mustang, who hit +3 and +2 respectively. They're going to shoot their AGM-88s. And then Bigfoot's going to use his 1 Give It to Hunter to shoot these 2 AIM-120s fast. So we're going to shoot all those fast. Now the 2 AIM-120s are going to go against this guy with a range 4 and this guy with a range 3. This one's a very deadly one. So we need that one to hit for sure. And the 2 AGM-88s, of course, are going to go after that one and that one. Okay, so let's do the 88s first. Brown is going to represent Mustang, who gets a +2. Blue gets a +3. This is the +2. This is the +3. And I rolled a 2, which looks like it would suck, but we're okay. A +2 was enough. Only a 1 would have ruined our day. So both of these are out. Now we got the AIM-120s, and they hit on a 5. And this guy gets a +1 to his rolls. So again, blue on the left, brown on the right. The one on the right gets a +1. So brown gets +1. And so the brown hits, the blue does not. So let's see here. At a range 3, 1, 2, 3, we're in range. So I'm going to go ahead and take out that bandit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my event right away. We're going to re-roll a die. Re-roll this one. And that's a hit. So we take out the the bandit. I spent an SO point on that. I want it to work. And it did. Okay, so we're not in range of anybody. This guy has a range of 1. This one has a range of 2. Everybody else requires us to be over the target. So we're now at the slow phase. So I get to go again. I could do AGM-88s. I only have 1 AGM-88 left. And I'm looking at the situation, and it really doesn't matter, to be honest. So I'm just going to hold on to that. And but I do have some aim 9s. In fact, I have 5 of them. So I'm going to shoot 2 aim 9s right now. And the aim 9s have a range. Am I doing the wrong one? Aim 7s. Aim 7s is what I wanted, not the 9s. I want the ones with the range. So aim 7s have a range of 2. You just can't shoot them at a range 0. So at a range of 2, since we moved out of his way, we can't hit him, but we can hit this one. And I'm shooting 2 of them. This should be a done deal. I get a +1, and then this is a +2. So I get a +3, and I rolled a big 10 right there. Big 10, good buddy. So that one's down. Slow phase is over. We're going to avoid this. So I'm going to fly up to here so we can go over the north approach. This one doesn't hurt us. Well, actually, we don't even need to go over the north approach. We can shoot from there. But I'm still, just in case we have to go towards the target, I'm going to fly up to there. And then this guy is going to move 1 closer. And actually, he doesn't need to move 1 closer because we're now in range 2 of him. So he'll stay right where he is. Now, the one thing I don't have is we're not fast. So this one's going to get a shot at us next round. And so it is turn 2. And that is exactly it. He's going to get to shoot. So let's first roll for our ECM. And the ECM missed. So he is going to shoot somebody. And that's a 6. We need a 1 to 5. There's a 4. He's going after Doc. So Doc will take 1 stress to go evasive. I rolled an 8 and a 3. So the 3 is what we'll take. And I don't get to do a -1 to him. So the 3 does cause another stress. And Doc is 1 stress away from being shaky already. It's because he's a newbie. That's his first mission. And they're shooting at him. Okay, so then we go slow. I will shoot aim 9s. Those hit. So I would have shot 2 of my 3 because I rolled 2 dice. I have 1 left in case we need to expend 1 on the way home. And then we're going to shoot all of our Mavericks from right there. So Doc is going to get revenge. He's the noob. So we're going to let him take first jab. So he has 4 dice he gets to roll. Doesn't matter which one's which. Doc gets a +1. The Maverick gets a +3, which makes it a +4. I need a 7 for 1 hit, a 10 for 2. +4 to all 4 dice. That's a 5 and a 5 for a miss, and a 10 and a 10 for 4 hits. That's just, he was really shaky at first, but then he got it. So I should probably have my damage counters a little more nearby. There we go. 4 hits for the good guys. So next we go to, let's go ahead and get those out of the way. Okay, next up we'll do Bigfoot. So he gets a +3, and then he has 3 of them. Bigfoot gets a +3, and these are 3 more, so he's getting a +6. So even if he rolls a 1, he's guaranteed 1 hit each. He's rolling to see if he can get 2 hits each. So again, it's 7 and 10, and he's rolling with a +6. So 12, 10, 10, so that's 2, 4, that's 6 more hits. This thing only needed 6 hits, so it's destroyed. I don't need Mustang to shoot at all. We win. So we've got to draw our homebound event, and then we're good to go. Let's go. So this is an experience point, so I don't want to ignore this. Roll 4 attacks against random aircraft. Roll 1 less for each air-to-air counter expended. I have 1 that I will expend. So we're down to three attacks. So I'm going to roll 3 ECMs. That's a 10, and then 2 of them get through. All right, and then target 1 is Doc again, and target 2 is Eyes. Yeah, target 2 is Eyes. So let's do Doc here. Doc gets a stress. He's up to 3. And Eyes does not have evasion. So for Doc, we got a 2 here. So he gets another stress for 4. And then Eyes, we rolled a 3. And he gets a stress. Okay, this mission, 56, is in the deep zone here. So everybody's going to get 4 stress, but a bonus experience point. So let's take care of some things. Intel's 1, Recon is 2. Intel's 1, Recon is 2. And then this is worth 2 victory points. So we have it represented with a 2, and then overall we have 5 victory points for the day. And we have 18 SO points remaining. We have 2 destroyed targets, X and X. And now we got to do our stress and whatnot. So pilot number 1 is Hunter. This gives 4 stress, 3 experience points. So he's going to gain 3 stress. And Hunter is going to get 3 experience points. Next up, Bigfoot. Three stress, 3 experience points. Three stress, 3 experience. Next up, Mustang. Again, 3 stress, 3 experience. And then we have Doc. Doc has 4 stress already. He's going to get 3 more, which makes him unfit, and 3 experience points, which doesn't even level him up. So Doc is up to 7. 7 stress and 3 experience. He's going to be out next mission for sure. And last but not least, we have Eyes, who does have a cool of 1, so he's going to get 3 stress. Well, Doc actually has 8 stress, because it's 4 stress for the mission. He has 0 cool. Eyes has 1 cool for the skill, and 1 stress already, so he's going to turn into 4 stress and 3 experience points. So if we don't do a secondary tomorrow, some of these guys can get a rest and get some of their blood pressure back down. Doc is going to be out for a while, unfortunately. And he's our big 10 weight point guy. We need to keep him in a little longer. But we knew that was going to be an issue going deep in the territory. First day of combat. Jeez Louise. It's like the Doolittle raid. All right. That ends day 1. How are we doing on time? We're at 49 minutes. Let's go ahead and start day 2. And remember, I might spend an SO point or 2 SO points to draw 2 more cards because we need to get recon. We're looking for recon more than we're looking for primary and secondary. So here's our first card. It's a major bridge, and see, it does not help us with recon. I think small means it ignores the first hit on every bomb. I can't remember what hard does. Hard might mean it only takes 1 hit from every bomb. That's a really difficult one. That's why it takes 8 planes. Let me make sure. Let's look them up instead of guessing. Hard. Subtract 1 hit from each hit inflicted. So I got it a little bit backwards. And then small. Subtract 1 against your die roll. So it does everything, every bomb does 1 less hit. So you need to have one of those bombs that does multiple hits. So you have to do multiple hits. The first hit is canceled, and then you get a -1 to your die roll. And that takes 8 planes to do. So as much as I would like to reduce the recon, this is one where I'm basically going to get it to bring the whole squad. So I'm going to do the mission. This is going to be a tough one. However, we have our big bombers. Very Trump impression. We have big bombers, huge bombers. So we're going to bring out our big guys here. So 8 of them. And as you can see, there's going to be some sights, lots of them. And also a handful of bandits, a fair amount that maybe one, since we're only doing 1 mission, we're going to be able to do a lot of the Phoenix missiles, which should take care of them. But so then the question becomes, do we bring Thumper with us? Thumper has 2 stress right now. Do we bring Coffee with us? He has 2 stress. All of our air-to-air guys are stressed out. Thumper comes for free if we bring him. Coffee and Thumper together oh, and then let's remember, during the next mission, we get +1 victory point. So I'm going to put that right here. We do get to bring 8 guys. We have to do 1 extra hit, so we have to do 7 hits instead of 6 because of our campaign sheet or infrastructure, or their infrastructure. And oh, I wanted to see how much stress are we getting for the mission. This is a 28. And you can see here, 28 is right there above my fingertip, which is the stress 3 band and the weight point -2. The weight point -2 is no concern because we have this and we're only going on 1 mission. So we'll have all of our weight points, but this is a 3 stress mission. If I bring Coffee and Thumper both on this mission, because remember, Thumper can go for free on every mission. The thing I'm risking is I'm taking my 2 best guys and I'm stressing them both out. Because even though they both have 1 cool, they're still accumulating stress. And then eventually, I'm not going to be able to bring either of them on a mission at the same time. As long as I have one of them to bring on a mission, I'm usually... I'm sorry, taking a drink while I'm talking. I'm usually pretty good. So my thoughts are, maybe I just bring Thumper, because I can. Let Coffee rest. And then I can bring Teflon or Sticky or Farm Boy, one of the other ones with me, just to help level them up. So Sticky is actually close to leveling up. I'm thinking, I'm feeling like I have a lot of Tomcats for this campaign. I don't need this many. And maybe those words will come back to haunt me. But, well, that last mission, I needed a bunch of Tomcats. Yeah, I'm going to bring Thumper because he's free. And then I'm going to bring Sticky. So this is going to be my 2 air-to-air guys. One of them's free. The other one is not. Thumper, of course, has the big bonus that lets him shoot the Phoenix missiles. He gets a +4. And we get, how many of them free? 6. So I'm going to give at least 3 of them to Thumper. Thumper gets a +3 to his air-to-air, whereas Sticky only gets a +1. So their cards say that they have a limit of 6 AIM 54s. I'm going to put all 6 of them. So that's 6, 7, and then an AIM 7 for 8. And then this guy's going to be all AIM 7s. Let me stand up. Makes it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure they all say AIM 7. We could make one of them an AIM 9, but actually I found that the 7s are just better. We usually don't let them get into dogfighting range. It's modern warfare after all. Okay, and then again, Thumper has 1 SA point. Sorry. Sticky does not. Let's get everything else out of the way. Okay, so now we have 7 more pilots. And I think we need all of our big guns. I brought Buzz along because Buzz is a free tag along. He's at 3 stress though, so I'm going to let him rest. I am going to make Haas one of them. So he's going to be 1. And he's going to be our AGM-88 guy. So Haas has 7 weight points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, one thing to understand is when you start loading up a bunch of missiles that have to be shot 1 turn at a time, there's not enough turns in the game. There's only 5 turns in the whole combat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that 6th one, you have to spend an SA point or you're never going to get to shoot it. Or you're going to double up and spend 2 of them on 1 target. Those are your options. But we're going to do that because Haas is not going to do anything else. So what target can we use? What can we use to shoot this major bridge? Remember, our first hit is not going to hit. One of our thoughts is the walleye, which is available for this. Now, the walleye is not available in the North Korea mission. So here you see it's a 4, 7, 10. So I'd have to roll a 7 or better to get 1 hit because the first hit gets canceled. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. The other ones is if we take these, it's a 5, 7, 10, which is worse, and you have to fly over the target. The third one is this one, which is a 3, 5, 8, also fly over the target. Probably the best of the options, but it weighs a little bit more. Well, we get to see what sights are out there. So, and there's a lot of them on this one. So we might end up doing walleyes. So here you can see there's 3 around and then 2 in the center. I don't have to choose my pilots yet, so let's do this first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. That's a lot of sites. All right, let's break it down one by one. And you know me, I always like to start on the west first. So, threat. No threat. Big threat. Big threat. Threat. No threat. Threat. No threat. No threat. 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 Then the 2 over the middle. Threat. Threat. So if I shoot the walleyes from 2 spaces away, I don't have to fly over the middle. I can like go to here and then shoot. If I go to here, this guy no longer becomes a threat. This one remains a threat. And this guy is no longer a threat. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. The problem is that the walleyes are probably not the most efficient at doing hits. I only need 6, well, 7, because of the infrastructure. And I think the reason I'm going to be able to pull this off is this is an 8-plane mission, and so far we've only spent 2 planes. And I'm going to now get all of my intruders. We're going to bring all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These guys have 12 weight points each. And we're going to just bring the house. Now, I hope I have enough walleyes, because technically you are component limited. So this guy's free. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still bring 2 more. And so I'm going to bring Tuna, who I already said I wasn't ever going to bring on a mission, because he's a bomber. And we can give him AGM-88s. And I still get to bring 1 more. I don't have any bombers left, unless I want to bring Buzz, who I said I was going to rest. But Buzz is as Maverick. He doesn't count towards the limit. So, that means I could bring one of my fighters that I was planning on resting. You know what? I don't see any harm in that. We're going to bring, we'll bring Farm Boy with us. So we got ourselves another one of these, and he's going to be loaded to the gills with AIM-7s, just like everybody else. I'm just not going to worry about it. So let's check out our component limitation on the walleyes. So if we have 12 weight points, and then AGM-88s, if I gave Tuna one, which is a bad idea. Tuna has a -2 to his die rolls. I'm giving an AGM-88 to all my stuff. I think we have an issue with the ECM pods, because the ECM pods consume AGM-88s. See, that's an AGM-88 on the other side. So we're actually out of AGM-88s, aren't we? We do have AGM-84s. Those are harpoons, aren't they? Yeah. Those don't work. Ooh, we have AGM-130s. I bet all those are... Yeah, those are all special weapon things. The Sidewinder and the Sparrow. Sparrow was the word I was looking for. Oh. Well, we have a limit of how many AGM-88s we can bring. If we're using ECM pods on all of our guys, those are consuming all the AGM-88s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ECM pods. Technically, we have a 9th one. So that means this one would go down here. So that's the reason why all the AGM-88s are gone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AGM-88s, which technically is plenty. All right, so let's walleye this. So here's 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have more. 5. All right, so these two guys, and we want it to be, bear with me, I need it to be Mullet and Kraken. So I'm going to move Kraken up. So Mullet gets a +4, and Kraken also gets a +4 to his die rolls. That's the reason why this is so important. We're going to have these two guys go in. Yeah, they're going to get a +4 to their die rolls on the target. So that's a guaranteed 1 hit. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which you would think is enough. But I got to get to a 7. So basically I have to roll a 3 or better to get 1 hit on each of these. And then if I roll a 6 or better, I get 2 hits. I need 7. And I still have 2 more heavy guys, which I can load to the gills with softer stuff. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 3. Well, you know what? I don't even need to do that. I have plenty of stuff. And guess what? Is that the bandit we were missing? Nope. It is not. So let me get these out. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, and now I'm out. So now extra and dingo. Extra has a +1. Dingo has a +0. So we did this correctly. Dingo is going to have just one of these. And then, yeah, so now we're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And we can do 12 and 12, right? And then we have Tuna here, who can still load stuff, and we have Farm Boy, who's loaded to the gills with aim 7s. What's Tuna gonna load himself up with? Whatever he can. He can do any of the regular bombs, so we'll just do the regular bombs then. So we'll just do all of the size 1, these dudes, Mark 82s. I'm not gonna bother filling it out, because those we would have to fly over the target to be able to do. All right, so we picked our peeps. Target bound event card. Subtract 1 from pilot, bandit, and sight attack rolls this mission. So everybody gets one less to their rolls. Now that just made it very interesting. Oh, we're going to do SA points. 1 second. That's going to be our biggest issue. We don't have a lot of SA points. We brought Farm Boy. Farm Boy has 2. That was a good reason to bring Farm Boy. Yeah, so Farm Boy has 2 and Thumper has 1. That's it. The good news is the Phoenix missiles get shot before the round even starts. So next up, we place our aircraft. Well, I'm going to place it right here. We're going to fly in this way. These two, we could fly high over if we have to go to target. This one will be within range 1 of us. This one has a range 2. I guess if I came in from the top, the range 2 is no longer an issue. Yeah, that would be the case. So if I come here, the range 2, no matter what he tries to do, he can't get there. We still have this one. These two are a threat. And this one. So we'd have 3 that are threatening us. Not on turn 1, but eventually. Okay, so we're going to come in from the north. Then we place the bandits, and then we do our air adjustment. The air adjustment, by the way, is nothing. We improved that already. And let's place the bandits. So here you can see we have bandits all around, and then 2 in the center. Bandit 1. Not looking good. That's a big threat. Bandit 2. Bandit 3. Holy buckets. Bandit 4. Bandit middle. Bandit middle. Wow. We drew a lot of bandits. Good thing I have a lot of fighters with me. Okay. Next up. Over target event card. Destroy up to 2 bandits. That could not have come at a better time. This one is a range 4. Very threatening. This one's a range 3, but very threatening. Yeah, we'll take both of those out. Next, Phoenix missile attacks. So we have, as stated, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, we need a 6 to hit. Thumper has his ability where he automatically auto-kills the first one because he has a +4. He has a +3, so that's a +7. So he, has more than enough to kill the first shot, and he's going to kill this one. And because they let us kill the 2 bandits, we only have 2 left, and I'm shooting 5 of them. So we'll do 3 and 2. This is so much overkill. We'll do the 3 first. Actually, look, we had 2 misses, but that one did do it. And then the 2, that one does it. So there we go. We got ourselves all dead bandits before we even arrive on scene. Okay, we go to turn 1. We're fast. These 2 are the big threats, so we need to AGM-88 them. So I'm going to spend 2 SA points from... I can choose Farm Boy, I believe, because it has to be the flight leader. Because we don't have AWACS. Yeah, I can make Farm Boy the flight leader, so he was able to use his 2, and he's going to give them... we have 1 AGM-88 on Mullet. And then Haas has 1, but he gets no bonus. Yeah, we're going to have... We could have Haas do it, but I'm actually going to have Kraken, because they both get a +4. So I don't have to roll. So we kill both of these without needing to roll. Done and done. Making it look easy. And now we go their turn. Nobody can attack us. Then we go slow, and this is where Haas is going to shoot 2 AGM-88s. Because remember, he had so many of them that he has to shoot 2 on one shot. He's going to shoot at this guy, this one right here. He rolled a 7 and a 2. Good thing he rolled twice. It's done. We move in. We are out of range of everybody. There's nobody can hit us. This is a range 1. Range 0, range 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1. The 2 can't get to that spot. So that's why we did an approach that we did. And now we're going to shoot. We're on day 2. We have fast, we have slow. It doesn't matter. We're going to shoot everything we got. So let's start with, we're going to use our skill to get a +4 to our ground rolls. And by the way, we do not have a +4. So I do need to re-roll. So Kraken is left and the other one's right. We were rolling against those two radar sites. I do not have a +4. I have a +2. +3. I apologize. So it is still automatic, because even if I roll 2 1s, I mean, it doesn't matter. Even if this was a 1, that's still a hit. So we're good. We're good. The reason I say that is the skill that they took. One of those skills is, we get a -1 to our die rolls. We get a -1 to our die rolls. And they get a -1 to theirs. Our Phoenix would have been fine. We had so many of them we shot. They were fine. We rolled 8s and 9s. This one we rolled a 4 and a 2. So even if the 2 was reduced to a 1, we still had +3 and get 4. So, because like I said, I don't need to roll, but I technically did, because if I would have rolled a 1, they subtract 1. So, okay, I rolled a 2. We're good. But yeah, I got to remember to do the -1. So we're going to do that on these rolls here. So we're going to start with Mullet and Kraken, and we are turning on the skill that gives them a +1, air to ground. Actually, I take it back. The other one is a +1 only against the target. Shoot, we missed. We missed on one of these. This guy right here, I rolled a 2, and the event reduced it to a 1, and we only get to add +2 to the number, and that was not a 4. So this guy stayed alive. So now we're going to ECM jam. I missed the ECM jam. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going up against, they're shooting at Sticky. Sticky's going to take a stress to deal with the evasion. Here he goes. He's shooting at us. Rolled a 2 and a 1. So he definitely didn't hit or do anything. So then when we went slow, we hit our target. I would have destroyed this one, and the other one would have stayed in. God only knows what that other one was. I see him. These would have been the 2 we would have chosen from. And yeah, I would have chosen this guy. So now we're starting turn 2, and we do have 1 threat. That guy that we weren't able to eliminate is right there. I do have an SA point with Thumper, but he can't give it to anybody. So now we have to avoid another shot. So they're going to shoot again. This is ECM. ECM was a 10, so we avoided the ECM. And now we have a +4. So just to recap, it's a +2 normally. I have a +1 against the target only. And then I have another +1 that I can only turn on in one single round. And so that first round that we weren't doing it. Now we are, because we're shooting the primary target. So Kraken gets +4 and Mullet gets +4. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AGM 62s with each one. And I'm gonna bring it up to the camera again so you know what we're rolling for. Remember, the first hit gets negated because it's a hard target. So I gotta get a 7 to just get 1 hit and a 10 for 2 hits. A 4 or 6 or less doesn't do anything because the hit gets negated. I need 7 total hits. We're rolling 10 dice, each of them getting a +4. So let's do it. I got 4 dice here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Look at this bad boy. There you go, 10 dice. And I see a lot of horrible rolls. So there's a 1, and a 1, which are all misses. A 2 is a miss. Then we have a 10, a 10, 10, 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. This is 1 hit. 5 plus 4 is 9. That's 1 hit. So 2, 4, 6, 8. I still did 10 hits. I only needed 7. Target destroyed. I still had 1, 2, 3 full bombers left. When you take the intruders with you, that you're being business. That's the thing. Like the Hornets, they're more versatile, but they're not. The intruders are like the last remnants of the B-52s. they go over targets and annihilate them. So, anyways, we're done. And then we're going to do the come home. You may spend 2 SO points to 2 special option points to gain a victory. I did not spend the 2 to draw the recon. Let's see here. We actually have 31. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 2. This is target 28. We started the day with 31. I'm going to spend -2. And that puts us down to 29. Oops, hold on, I screwed up. We had 18 to start the game. I had a 4 that took us up to 22. Now we started the day with 22. Now I'm down to 20. That makes more sense. So a lot of overwrites there. I put 27 as our starting number, but we had 18. We added 4 last mission, or yesterday, to 22. Then we started with 22. We're going to spend 2. We're down to 20, but we get +1 victory points. So the victory points for this is 4. We get 1 for the event card, and then 1 because we just spent the 2 SO points. So we just got 6 victory points. That puts us at 8. So we are at 8 for the day. And this is a cumulative total, not a day total. So, well done, well done. Everybody's going to get 3 stress and 2 experience points. Event card goes away. Intel goes down by 2. Infra goes down by 2. The Intel means we're going to be able to destroy a center site. Infra means we no longer have to do extra hits. They're doing a great job. We've only destroyed 2 targets, but that was a big one. That was a very big one. All right. So here we go. 2 experience points, starting at the top. 3 stress, Thumper. These are nice, especially for bringing in front of the camera. Thumper gets 3 stress. -1 is 2 more stress. So this 2 turns into a 4. And he's not shaken yet. And he has 2 experience points, so now he's up to 4 experience points. And just to show you, I represent it this way. So that's total experience points right there. So we went from 2 to 4. And then if he ever levels up, then we can take care of it from there. So that's Thumper. Next up is Sticky. Sticky is this guy. And Sticky has a cool of 2. So his stress goes up by 1 to 3. And you can see there he has he's average. He's going to have 4 experience points, so he's now going to be promoted to skilled. So we're going to move him up to skilled. And what changed? Sticky went from 1 - 1 to +2. So his air to air got better. And he got an SA point, which is good, good, good. Sticky's actually a really good pilot. I don't know if my chart says to use him more often or not, but I actually like him. Then the way I represent that, just to explain, is I show here he got promoted to skilled, and now he has 0 experience points remaining. Okay, next. Haas. Haas was just along for the giggles. Actually, he shot some AGM 88s. Just drop stuff on the floor. All right, Haas. He's going to get 3 stress. And 2 experience points is not enough. He's currently needs 3. But 2 is a good start. Next up, Mullet. Mullet needs a boatload of experience. Gets 2 stress for the day. 2 experience points. Kraken. It's going to get 3. Hold on, let me look at my skills for Kraken. Yeah, he's going to get 3 stress. And 2 experience points. Next up, Extra. It's going to get 2 stress. And 2 experience points. Dingo. Has a cool of 2. So he's going to get 1 stress for a total of 2 and 2 experience points. So Dingo is up to 4 experience points. He needs 6. Next, Tuna, who we didn't think we would ever take on a mission. He's a newbie. He needs 6 experience. Ay, ay, ay. So he gets 3 stress. And 2 experience points. And then Farm Boy, who came along for the photo opportunity. Gonna get 2 more stress. Up to 4. Actually, I'm really glad he came. Those 2 SA points was actually needed. And Farm Boy is at 4 total experience. And his day is over. So all in all, I think we're doing a really good job in this 1980, which is supposed to be the hardest one in the game. Very well done. Like what we're doing. Actually, I like what we're doing with both. So I am going to end it here, and when I come back, we'll start with day 2 for North Korea. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome.